What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to respond to a comment that I had in one of my ads where somebody said or asked if I feel that I have been contributing to the hyperinflation of home prices by wholesaling houses. And I love this conversation. I honestly totally sympathize with this person's point of view, and he's right. Right? There is a hyperinflation of home prices across the United States. Am I contributing to it? Of course I'm contributing to it, but who isn't? Who is anyone who's living in a house right now in the United States? If you can afford to pay rent, if you can afford to pay mortgage, you are contributing to it. And let me explain to you why I say that. So if you are living in a house right now and you are not moving, if you're gonna stay in your house and you're like, no matter what happens, I'm gonna stay in my house, I will never put my house on the market until I die. Well, you are part of the reason why there's a lack of inventory on the market. When there's a lack of inventory on the market, guess what? Prices go up. In addition to that, all right, when we came out of the pandemic, a lot of people were trapped in their houses for a year and a half. Think of that, right? They saw all the reasons that they disliked their house or parts of their house that they didn't like. And so there was this massive rush for people to come out and move. And so they were selling their homes and moving into new homes. Coupled that with the fact that many people were able to work from home during the pandemic. And so they weren't tethered to a location. So great migratory patterns started to unfold as a result of the coronavirus pandemic, which also created a huge vacuum when it comes to residential housing. Add to that the amount of private equity that's in the market, hedge funds, small portfolio owners, like these people are buying up swaths of American housing and they're holding it for rental property. Add to that the iBuyers that are out there. Opendoor, Zillow, OfferPad, all companies, all in the business of buying houses and flipping houses. So yes, housing prices will increase. So do I feel I'm contributing to that? Yes, but so is the renter. So is the renter who's willing to pay the rent that these hedge funds or these iBuyers or investors are charging. They are also contributing. Every piece in the cog is contributing to an increase in pricing. Now, here's the thing. We had some incredible years from 2008 to today where the real estate market has just continued to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And normally real estate is very cyclical, right? We would have expected there to have been a market crash way before what we're looking at right now, right? If you're looking at just normal historical patterns of the wavy nature of the real estate market, we're well past due for a crash, right? Now, why haven't we had one? Well, I believe that we are in a market right now with artificial demand. All right, there's just no way to deny that. When you have institutional buyers buying up United States homes, the way that they've been buying them, there is an artificial demand because of that. Typically, the housing market is controlled by buyer sentiment, right? We're the ones who would say, no, it's gone too crazy, it's gone too high, I'm not gonna pay that. And then the market adjusts and prices drop and we move, or interest rates increase and we can't afford it. So we get ourselves out of the market. And again, it's the buyers that will typically cause the up and down swings of the cyclical real estate market. We're not experiencing that. Why? Because they're paying cash. The institutional buyers are just coming in and paying cash and we cannot compete with them. I did a flip in Maryvale, which is a very blue collar neighborhood in Phoenix, Arizona, where in the beginning of the upswing in 2010, right after the market crash, I could buy houses in Maryvale for $30,000. Right? 30 grand. I just sold a house in Maryvale for $400,000, very equivalent to the $30,000 houses that I was buying in 2010. So that's in 12 years, a 10x price increase, 10x. So I get it, right? I understand that you can look at it and say, hey, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Well, look, here's my thoughts. It's a lot of people's fault, right? This is just economics. This is the world we live in. And there's inflation. Things happen. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that housing isn't in a crisis right now. It is. And I do believe that every human being has an inherent right to a safe house to live in. Right? We all deserve a home. At the same time, this is my industry, this is what I do for a living, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna feed my family, I'm not going to do business, I'm not gonna do deals because I think hyperinflation is happening in the real estate market, therefore I'm just gonna step out of it. No, I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna earn more money so that I can afford to pay more for my mortgage. That's just what I'm gonna do. Now, I imagine that some of you are gonna have differing viewpoints on this, and I really welcome to hear your points of view on this. I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck in any point of view. I am a great believer in equality. I believe that everybody deserves to have a house. I also believe in capitalism, and I believe in free market. And I think that we may not be in a free market right now. So do me a favor and give me your opinions. I'd love to open a discussion about this. Drop a comment in the comment section. Keep it respectful, guys. My kids watch this. Also, if you haven't, subscribe to this channel because it's cool. All right, guys, I'll check you in the next one.